Hey guys, it's Nick, and we have some news involving your Chicago Blackhawks. This is good news. We have a coach. The Hawks coaching search is over, per Frank Silverelli, Hockey Insider, today, as he drops the bomb that the Hawks coaching search is over. And it's not going to be interim head coach of last season and Derek King. He will not be the head coach. It's going to be longtime hockey assistant coach Luke Richardson, who had a 1,400 game NHL career. This, in my opinion, is the smart move for the Hawks. I like this move. Richardson was actually on my top 3 for coaches candidates for the Hawks search if they weren't able to land like Barry Trotz or a Bruce Cassidy. Luke Richardson honestly was on the top of my list, and that's who the Hawks have hired. This is coming after a couple of days from the Hawks promoting a few people in their front office, and Megan Hunter becoming new assistant GM to Kyle Davidson, which is well deserved. She's now the 4th female assistant GM in NHL history. Well deserved for Megan Hunter, who grew up the ranks fast in Chicago pretty quick for a front office role. This is a good move. I like it because Richardson, being the age of 53, he's young for a head coach. And this is going to be his first NHL gig as the full-time bench boss for a team. Because he served as assistant coach for Montreal, Ottawa, and the New York Islanders in his 8 years as an assistant coach in the NHL, previous team being the Montreal Canadiens. In that, with Montreal though, this is a key note to feature. He was acting as the head coach during the 2021 Stanley Cup Final when Dominic Ducharme caught COVID. And he actually held his own as a coach for the Habs, and the Habs played well under him. This is a good signing for the Hawks. I was glad Montreal gave Richardson the opportunity to interview with teams for the coach's opening, and well, the Hawks make a signing that makes sense. Richardson can build his coaching up by working with a rebuilding team. Yes, we know this Hawks team is going to be rebuilding. We know it's going to take a while for them to fully be back in contendership. But with this, we now have a direction. We know who our coach is. We know what we're going to have going into next season for coaching. There's going to probably be different coaches coming in under Richardson who he will want to choose probably as his assistants. Maybe Derek King remains with the Hawks and becomes Richardson's associate coach. That could happen. I don't know, because Derek King's going to be probably upset that he didn't get the job for the full-time gig, but he did well for what the Hawks were this season, because this Hawks team last year was horrendous. It was one of the worst in Blackhawks history, in my opinion. It didn't help that we had a terrible head coach in Jeremy Colleton to start the season. Thank God they fired him because he was horrendous. Then they brought in Derek King to become the interim, to just be there to just let the players just go out there, have fun. It didn't end out well at the end of the year, but the team already knew the season was over. But now we have our coach. We have the coach, and Luke Richardson, who was a hard-nosed, grinding defenseman in the NHL when he was playing. So maybe I expect to see more of a defensive scheme coming from Luke Richardson's system. That could happen, which honestly could be a beneficial part for this team. Maybe we don't know all that much about Richardson, but he's going to be our bench boss for the Chicago Blackhawks. And frankly, I think this is a smart move. Hopefully, he helps develop the young players coming up because we're going to have a young blue line coming up. We have young players coming up. This is a time to see how Richardson's going to act as head coach for this team. Don't know the length of term because the Hawks haven't officially announced that Richardson's going to be the head coach, but it's pretty much confirmed. He's our head coach for the Hawks. So this is a good move for your Chicago Blackhawks. And I want to hear what your thoughts are on this coaching hiring by your Chicago Blackhawks. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, welcome to the Chicago Blackhawks, Luke Richardson.